never heard anything like it. The committee reading out Mark Meadows' actual text as violent Trump supporters ran riot at the United States Capitol on January 6th. You saw it. We all saw it. We know how bad it was. Look at that. At first, we were like, this can't be happening. And then all the videos started coming out. Remember how you felt watching it? Live as it happened? We were shocked. We were horrified. We all knew it was violent. We knew it was wrong. We knew it was undemocratic, un-American. Well, so did the host at the Fox Propaganda Network. This is the really stunning part, because they pretend like it was a big deal now. Oh my gosh, it was a tourist event. Even the president's namesake, the former president's namesake, son, Donald Trump Jr., he knew as well. Despite what they pretend now, they knew. There's proof. They knew it was a brutal attack on our United States Capitol. They saw exactly what was happening. They begged Mark Meadows to get the then president to put a stop to it. Watch this.
Multiple Fox News hosts knew the president needed to act immediately. They texted Mr. Meadows, and he has turned over those texts. Quote, Mark, the president needs to tell people in the Capitol to go home. This is hurting all of us. He is destroying his legacy, Laura Ingraham wrote. Please get him on TV. Destroying everything you have accomplished, Brian Kilmeade texted. Quote, can he make a statement? Ask people to leave the Capitol, Sean Hannity urged.
Texts. Oh boy, you can't write this stuff. Laura Ingraham, Brian Kilmeade, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Brian Kilmeade, Sean, that's the whole primetime lineup right there. They knew exactly what they were seeing with their own eyes. And they know now. They don't say they know, they pretended something else, but they knew. They're lying. There's no other way to say it. They're just flat out lying. They're acting like nothing happened. Even the then president's own son knew the truth. Watch this.
As the violence continued, one of the president's sons texted Mr. Meadows, quote, he's got to condemn this shit ASAP. The Capitol Police tweet is not enough, Donald Trump Jr. texted. Meadows responded, quote, I'm pushing it hard. I agree. Still, President Trump did not immediately act. Donald Trump Jr. texted again and again, urging action by the president. Quote, we need an Oval Office address. He has to lead now. It has gone too far and gotten out of hand.
He knew the truth. He knew it was no tourist visit, no peaceful protest. These were no patriots. Don't give me that. These are not patriots. That's not what patriotism is. These are insurrectionists, a lot of them. This wasn't Antifa, wasn't Black Lives Matter. They all knew the mob was doing the then president's bidding. They all knew that he could stop them, and he didn't. Lawmakers in fear for their lives, texting Meadows, their former colleague, pleading for help.
Members of Congress, the press, and others wrote to Mark Meadows as the attack was underway. One text Mr. Meadows received said, quote, we are under siege here at the Capitol. Another, quote, they have breached the Capitol. In a third, Mark, protesters are literally storming the Capitol, breaking windows on doors, rushing in. Is Trump going to say something? A fourth, there's an armed standoff at the House chamber door. And another from someone inside the Capitol. We are all helpless. Dozens of texts, including from Trump administration officials, urged immediate action by the president. Quote, POTUS has to come out firmly and tell the protesters to dissipate. Someone is going to get killed. In another, Mark, he needs to stop this now. A third, in all caps, tell them to go home. A fourth, and I quote, POTUS needs to calm this shit down.
Well, but this text is absolutely chilling. An elected official texting Mark Meadows a day after the violent attack on our nation's capital. Watch this.
Here's the last message I want to highlight, again from a lawmaker in the aftermath of January 6th. If we could cue graphic number 3. Yesterday was a terrible day. We tried everything we could in our objection to the 6 states. I'm sorry nothing worked. The day after a failed attempt to stop the peaceful transfer of power through violence, an elected lawmaker tells the White House Chief of Staff, I'm sorry nothing worked. That is chilling.
It's chilling and disgusting. I'm sorry nothing worked. That's what you're sorry about? That the attack on our democracy didn't work? That's what didn't work? Let us remember what this is all about. This is about an attempted coup, an attempt to overturn the results of a free and fair election, our free and fair election, an assault on our democracy itself. And it is not over yet. The lies are still out there, poisoning our country, poisoning you if you still believe it. If you still believe that there was something happened with the election, you've been poisoned, you've been lied to, you've been co-opted, you've been misled. The lies from the twice impeached, one-term, former insurrection-inspiring president, the lies from his minions in Congress and in the right-wing media, as proven through the texts. The lies that could take us down if we let them. The most important question in all of this is, what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Gloria Borger's here, so is Janie Angel and Laura Coates. Good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Janie, I'm going